Hi, everyone. It's Fitz with another 5 for Fitz. We debuted this last Monday. Here's the second version of it as we test drive a new content item here at our YouTube channel and over at GoPowercat. It's our ability to donate something to a cause that they can auction off and profit from. We'll promote the cause, and we'll also promote anything that the winner of the auction might get. Now, this one is a little bit different. This wasn't a formal event, but I have befriended many cancer warriors, fellow cancer warriors, and a lot of it's behind the scenes talking to people. But one guy kind of hit home with me. His name's Coach Ken Peak. He's a coach at a high school in Liberty, Missouri, in Kansas City. He has aggressive brain cancer that is really wiping out the family savings. Even though he has good insurance, I can attest, cancer, even with good insurance, piles up. So he was auctioning off a Felix Anudike Uzama signed Kansas City Chiefs football, which of course was of great value to K-Staters. I never heard the number on what they raised, but I guess it was pretty solid. One of his fellow teachers ended up winning it, but I challenged our VIPs at GoPowercat to go give, and then you could submit questions if you wanted to. And one guy did it. I mean, a number of people donated, and I appreciate it so much, but one of our subscribers submitted questions. So we're going to now honor Brian J. He said we could just shorten his last name to his initial if we wanted to, Brian J. He's known as Exhausted Nihilist on the site. And as I said, he gave to Coach Peak's auction. You can still find information on how to give to Coach Peak and his family as they fight a really dire situation, but he is a warrior. He's trying to beat this like I am with mine, with joy and happiness and laughing it off and just fighting through every tough day. So Coach Peak, hang in there, buddy. Brian, we appreciate it. I'm going to refer to you as Exhausted Nihilist because it's one of my favorite names on the website. You get to submit questions, and I'll pick 5 of them. And here we go. 5 for Fitz, part 2. What category of business or attraction do you think Manhattan desperately needs to attract the most as the area continues to grow? That was a horrible reading of that question. I loved it, though. And again, this does not have to be K-State sports related. It just needs to be in my realm. And I love this question because I actually have a couple ideas here. Maybe 3. I'll give you 3. First, I really want a high-quality barbecue restaurant, a pit, located on the fringe of town or out in the Flint Hills somewhere, kind of a destination like Salt Lick is outside of Austin, and really have a nice open area with scenic, with the smoke and the food. And we just don't have enough barbecue in this town, and I'd love that. Item number 2 is something we really do need, and it just takes a lot of money to do it. We need a better facility for hosting youth sports, be it baseball, softball, soccer, volleyball, basketball, anything like that. We really need something that will serve the greater area, fill up hotels during the off seasons here in Manhattan. And I think it would be a great investment of the city or the counties to get together, because Manhattan goes across into Pottawatomie County, as most of it's in Riley County. And we're growing so close to Wamego, it seems like out that area, out 24, would make a lot of sense. My third item is a pet item. This is never going to happen, I don't think, but I truly believe this is what I would do if I won the $1 billion. It probably wouldn't even pay the bill. I'd build an amphitheater, an outdoor musical festival area that could host concerts here in the Flint Hills. Outside of town, of course. I want it to be nestled in those Flint Hills. And maybe if it's near I-70, you put a casino there with the state's blessing. But those are my 3 ideas. But I'm a music guy. I just got back from Colorado. I'm recording this before, where Becky and I went to see a concert at Red Rocks for the first time. So I don't know how it went, but I'm sure it was awesome. We're never going to have Red Rocks, but those Flint Hills are pretty damn beautiful. And I think we should show it off with an amphitheater. Next question up from Exhausted Nihilist. During your years of attending Catbacker events around the state, which club, area, town in Kansas on a pound-for-pound basis has shown the strongest level of KSU support? Now, I'm not going to get into KSU support because I don't know what the fundraising numbers are. I don't know, how much these groups are giving. I'm just going to talk to you about the most memorable event I ever attended. Now, I don't go to Catbacker events anymore. They're incredibly time-consuming. They wear me out. I don't, honestly, with my cancer battle, I don't have the oomph to go do that. But they've also kind of changed them now to be more of a quickie tour. They hit a number of stops in one day. It's really cool what they've done. Years ago, though, when we were just building PowerCat Illustrated and trying to build subscribers, we're going to a lot of Catbacker events to get the word out about what we were, who we were, and trying to sell subscriptions. I encountered one group that was just entirely next level. Now, look, if you know me, I like to party. I like to drink. I'll get after it with the best of them. In my day, I could go pound for pound with anyone. The folks at the Nemaha Valley Catbacker scared the living you-know-what out of me. They are relentless. It's impressive. It's next level. It's superhuman. It was a blast and terrifying at the same time. Great K-State fans in that area of Northeast Kansas. I loved them. I actually make it up that area quite a bit. I got some friends from around there, and it's a beautiful part of the state. If you had to relocate your life and work to a town in Kansas with a population 5,000 or smaller, which one would you choose? This is an interesting question because he read my mind. I have a town that I would move to in a heartbeat if it would work for my job. And it really would if we wanted to move to it, because I could easily commute into town for this, but it would be a little bit inconvenient. Look, Becky and I live a half mile from the stadium right now. On game days, I can leave my house 30 minutes before kickoff and slide into the press box with enough time to grab the pregame meal and be set up for kickoff. That's hard to beat. But I love Council Grove, Kansas. I'd love to live on the lake down there. If they had fiber internet, it would make it, a lot more viable. I don't know if they do or not. We're not going to move. We love our house. We love our neighbors. We've got gardens here at our house. But Council Grove is really a special, special place with some good friends down there and a great brewery. You need to go check that out. Riverside Brewing in Council Grove. Next up, do you believe KSU will win a national championship in the team sport in our lifetime, and which one? Jerome Tang's promised a national championship in basketball. I'll take him up on that. And I think as hard as it is to get there, right now I think basketball is the one position the best, because football, there's a whole nother level of recruiting that you have to get to really be competitive in that space. And I don't know if Kansas State football is there and how far down that road it can get with the NIL and all of that. Basketball can do it. Basketball came close to a Final Four last year, and if they'd continued to play the way they had, they might have won it. I don't know. UConn was pretty incredible. Now, the one I'd love to see build up is the one that has a brand new facility, a brand new arena, which is rare for a real arena, not a metal shed building arena. A real arena for Kansas State volleyball opens this fall. New coaching staff, new opportunities. I would love to see Kansas State volleyball ascend to a national level. Let's dream big in that sport. It's one that they really can compete in. Okay, that's that last question. Here we go. Has K-State ever had a men's basketball and football coaches whose profiles long-term potential were both on par with Chris Kleiman and Jerome Tang? No. I mean, you had Lon Kruger overlap with Bill Snyder, but in that early 90s, late 80s era, there wasn't really enough financial support for both sports. And one of the big reasons Lon Kruger left was so much money was going to football. We all know that was a brilliant investment. And now, because of the hiring of Bob Huggins and Frank Martin and Bruce Weber and now Jerome Tang, basketball's back. It's up to the fans, though, to really establish this with great passion, to support both. It's going to put a lot of stress on a smaller fan base to get out there and do that. But these two coaches have K-State sports positioned brilliantly for the future. I'm eager to see where these programs go, and it's a really fun time to be a K-State fan, but selfishly, it's a fun time to cover Kansas State athletics because these are two high-quality coaches and people. They conduct themselves the right way, whether it's on or off the field or court. They're just good men recruiting good people to play in their program, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Well, that's it for episode 2 of 5 for Fitz. We'll see if we get any other opportunities to donate and questions that come in. We appreciate everyone that gives to the causes. And, of course, this was for Brian J. Exhausted Nihilist as he supported Ken Peek's fight against cancer. We appreciate it, and I'll be back with more daily deliveries. That's it for 5 for Fitz. I'm done.